Have you ever wondered why Instagram uses Django, Netflix uses Node.js, and bank prefers Spring Boot? If all three can build websites, why don't companies simply choose one framework for everything? Well, that's exactly what we are going to understand today. By the end of this video, you will know what Django, Node.js, and Spring Boot actually are, how they differ, where each one shines, and most importantly, which one you should learn based on your career goals. Let's begin with understanding what are these Django, Node.js, and Spring Boot. Imagine you are building a house. No matter which builder you hire, the final house has the same purpose. It has rooms, doors, windows, and a roof. Similarly, whether you use Django, Node.js, or Spring Boot, the end result is usually the same. You can build websites, mobile app backends, REST APIs, admin dashboards, e-commerce applications, or even large enterprise software. So, if all three can build similar applications, what actually makes them different? The answer lies in how they build them. Django is a backend framework built using Python. It focuses on helping developers build applications quickly by providing almost everything out of the box. Its primary purpose is fast web development. Further, Node.js is a JavaScript runtime that lets developer run JavaScript on the server. Instead of giving you everything, it gives you flexibility to choose the tools and libraries you need. And its primary purpose is fast and scalable server applications. And coming to Spring Boot, it is a Java framework designed for building large, reliable, enterprise-grade applications with a structured architecture. And in that way, its primary purpose is enterprise-grade backend applications. Think of it this way. Django says, here's everything you need. Node.js says, pick the tools you like. And Spring Boot says, let's build it properly so it can serve millions of users for years. Now let's take the restaurant analogy. Let's make this even simpler. Imagine you are owning a restaurant. With Django, someone has already arranged the kitchen. The ingredients are stocked, the utensils are ready, the recipes are prepared. You simply walk in and start cooking. That's why developers can build applications very quickly with Django. Now imagine Node.js. You get an empty kitchen, you choose which stove to buy, which utensils to use, and which recipes to follow. This gives you tremendous flexibility, but it also means you have to make more decisions. Finally, Spring Boot. It is like a professional industrial kitchen used by a 5-star hotel. Everything has standards, everything has rules, every process is well organized. It takes longer to set up, but once it's running, it's built to handle very large operations reliably. This simple analogy explains why these technologies are different. Now further talking about the development speed. Let's compare how quickly you can build an application using these. Django is one of the fastest backend frameworks for development because it includes features like authentication, an admin panel, dashboard management, from handling and security by default. You don't need to install many additional packages to get started, whereas Node.js development speed depends on the libraries you choose. Frameworks like Express.js are lightweight, so you spend time selecting and integrating the right tools. And lastly, Spring Boot. It usually takes longer in the beginning because enterprise applications require more structure and configuration. However, once the foundation is in place, maintenance and expanding the project becomes much easier. So if your goal is to launch an MVP or start up quickly, Django often gives you the fastest path. Now let's talk about their performance and scalability. Performance isn't just about raw speed, it's about how your application handles different types of work. Node.js uses a non-blocking event-driven architecture. This allows it to handle thousands of simultaneous connections efficiently, making it ideal for the chat applications, live notification, online gaming, collaborative tools, and streaming services. Whereas Django follows a more traditional request-response model. It performs very well for most web applications and integrates exceptionally well with Python's AI and data science ecosystem. Meanwhile, Spring Boot runs on the Java virtual machine, which is highly optimized for long-running, resource-intensive enterprise systems. It excels at processing complex business logic, handling large-scale transactions, and supporting mission-critical applications. The fastest framework depends on the platform you are solving. Now let's discuss some of the real-world companies using them. Django is used by Instagram, Pinterest, Mozilla, and Disqus. And you may already know its reason. It is because of rapid deployment and strong security. Whereas Node.js is used by Netflix, Uber, PayPal, LinkedIn. because of its flexibility in real-time communication and handling millions of simultaneous users. And talking about the Spring Boot, the companies which uses it are Amazon, Mastercard, banks and insurance companies, government organizations. And the major reason is enterprise level reliability and scalability. Now let's talk about some of the real world use cases. Let's look at where each technology is commonly used. You should be using Django if you are building AI or machine learning platforms, student management systems, hospital management systems, admin dashboards, content management systems, and e-commerce platforms. You should choose Node.js if you are building real-time chat applications, video streaming services, multiplayer games, live dashboards, notification systems, and collaboration platforms. And finally, you should go for Spring Boot if you are building banking softwares, insurance systems, airline reservation platforms, government applications, and enterprise resource planning systems and large corporate internal tools. These choices align with the strengths of each technology. Now let's talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages of each of these. Talking about Django, the main advantage is fast deployment, built-in authentication, strong security, and easy learning curve, also excellent documentation. And its major disadvantage is it is less suitable for heavy real-time applications and less flexible than Node.js. Talking about major advantage of Node.js is it is extremely fast, great for real-time apps, large package ecosystems, and same language on frontend and backend. Talking about its disadvantage, too many library choices. Also, it can become difficult to maintain if poorly structured. It is enterprise ready. Speaking about Spring Boot, it is enterprise ready, highly scalable, excellent performance and strong security, also easy maintenance in large projects. Whereas its major disadvantages are it has steeper learning curve and more boilerplate and configuration. Now let's discuss which one you should learn. This will be in most of your minds, which one you should choose. If you are interested in Python, AI, machine learning, or you want to build projects quickly, Django is the excellent starting point. Or if you are already comfortable with JavaScript, enjoy creating real-time applications or full-stack web development with a single language, Node.js is a great choice. If your goal is to work in large enterprise, product companies, banks or organizations that rely heavily on Java, investing time in Spring Boot can be highly rewarding. Remember, companies don't choose a framework because it's trending. They choose it because it solves their specific business problem. Here is the complete comparison and final decision. You can go through these points, and this is the biggest takeaway from the video. Django is built for speed and rapid deployment. Node.js is built for flexibility and handling real-time concurrent applications. Spring Boot is built for structure, scalability, and enterprise reliability. None of them is universally better. The right choice depends on what you are building and where you want your career to go. If this video helped you finally understand the difference between these three backend technologies, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments which backend technology are you planning to learn next and why. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. That's it for today. Thank you guys.